Alright, Shalom. Want to begin by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak Kwadash. Alright, double honors to our beloved elders and apostles, a great millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect, and Shalom to all the Akim pushing this truth with sincerity. It's the brother Atazawam from the JMS Columbus, Ohio branch, coming back again with another video through the Spirit. Lord willing, it is edifying. And Abarat is really just gonna do a review, all right? Or in particular, I started to watch. Well, not even, I didn't even get to watch it all the way, but in any event, I just caught like the first 3 minutes, all right, of this movie entitled Mercy. And I saw it through the Spirit. I was meditating on a video to put out and what to go into, but ultimately we understand that Esau Edom deals with predictive programming. Let's look that up. Predictive programming meaning. All right. Predictive programming is a concept often cited in conspiracy theory circles, suggesting that the elite or governments use fictional media like movies, books, and TV shows as a psychological conditioning tool, right? Which ultimately they do. Okay, it's no conspiracy theory, it's a conspiracy fact. Okay? Because ultimately, in times past, you've seen certain movies, etc., that ultimately, all right, coincide with certain, talking points or things that's happening in modern day. Okay? It says the core idea is that by depicting planned future events such as technological shifts or major crises as fictional first, the public becomes subtle, acclimated to them. When these events eventually happen in real life, they feel familiar or inevitable, thereby reducing public resistance or panic. Right. Okay. And like I said, ultimately, we know Esau Edom deals with these things in his movies, in these TV shows, so on and so forth. All right. Television. All right. Television. All right. But, ultimately, like I said, I just caught the first, 3 minutes, all right, of this film, Mercy. All right. Now, I wanted to read the synopsis through the Spirit, because in the beginning, it pretty much gives you a overview of the state of the world at that point, and pretty much, due to, certain civil unrest. All right, real quick, let's look up the word civil unrest. Civil unrest is a civil disorder, all right, or civil unrest. This is also known as civil disturbance, civil unrest. Civil strife or turmoil is a public disturbance involving violent acts by an assemblage of persons which causes an immediate threat, danger, or results in damage to property or injury to persons. Civil disorder includes acts of civil disobedience, so pretty much riotous behavior from the people, from civilians, all right, so on and so forth, disturbances, etc. All right, so now in this movie, as it is painting it, this is the reason, all right, behind, the high surveillance. They got drones surveilling, everything people do, all right, so on and so forth. Okay, and then we see that ultimately here in 2026, that Esau Edom is setting the stage, all right, to govern the world, or at least Babylon the Great, in like manner. All right, we already see in China, they have, these concepts, all right, social credit scores, high-tech technology that can read face scans, so on and so forth. All right, and pretty much, in this universe, if you will, that's what's happening. The earth is in high surveillance. They're tracking everyone, okay? And in particular, Mercy, is an AI judge, okay, that ultimately, all right, can judge, read pulse, and pretty much be a left-hand angel, all right, for Esau Edom, okay? And again, this all deals with, Esau Edom's predictive programming and putting these things in movies and in films and in shows, all right, to, ultimately, condition the people, you see, to what he has in store real quick. And we're not, in the dark concerning these things. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Let's go ahead and pieces. Let's go KJV. It's at least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Or in pieces, to keep Satan from taking advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his schemes, you see? So we're not ignorant of Esau Edom's devices, his schemes. Again, dealing with your predictive programming, so on and so forth. We understand that ultimately, we're not going to be caught up in the dark, at least the elect aren't. All right, Lord willing of that number, concerning the things that he's trying to establish, all right, in due time, dealing with his NWO, so on and so forth. And like I said, all these things, all right, AI judges, okay, high surveillance, everyone being, locked in or linked into this grid, that's going to, control and govern, the whole world. Everyone will be, what's the word I'm looking for? Everyone will be, it's a certain word I'm looking for. Pretty much, subject, all right, to, being on par with Esau Edom's system.